Listen. Heavy. The drone, pretty loud. Here it comes. A lot of bombs. You heard me talking about the big boom. It was a missile, and this is the result of that. Volunteers are here cleaning up. This is the day after the rescue operation is over. And basically this is just one of the sites that Russia hit. And now these people have to clean up Russia's mess. And Tanya were basically key fundraise for the 92nd Brigade and got them things like food, coffee, shower, dry showers, energy drinks, power bars, things that they can't readily get because these guys are going to take it to be delivered to their mates who are on the front who can't leave. They've been locked down in position for 2 months, so they can't leave because it's too dangerous and fighting is too heavy. So the drones will actually take it to the guys at the front. And so these supplies are much needed, and they fundraised, and this is how they got it done. Kharkiv, day 1. You can hear the sirens. Heard a boom earlier. We were out and about. Startled me. It's pretty close. They said it was a drone. I won't post this until I've left Kharkiv, but I feel so bad for these folks. This is their daily reality. Terror. Russia bombs maternity wards, retirement homes, the children's railway, military targets, non-military targets. They bomb them all. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Hope I wake up in the morning. Big explosion woke me up, or I wasn't asleep. But Kharkiv, man, is no joke. Trying to keep my calm. This is not easy. Because I don't know if this is normal. I mean, it's not normal, but should I be concerned? How concerned should I be? I think I'm gonna go to the bomb shelter, man. All right, guys, here I go. This is my bathroom setup. I think I could sleep in here because it's quieter. And I think it's a little bit safer. All right, wish me luck. So obviously I made it through the night last night. If you can tell by my eyes, man, I am not sleeping well. Not all related to bombs, but last night was purely bombs here in Kharkiv. Turns out there was a glide bomb that hit in the middle of the night. That's probably the big explosion I heard that basically spooked me. So I left my bed and because I'm by a window and that rattled the windows. So I went and this is where I slept. So I slept in the bathroom last night. People will ask, why are you there? What are you doing? Of course, to see my friends, to support in any way I can, to report back. But also I want to feel that fear, believe it or not, because when I feel that fear, I'm able to tangibly at least relate a little bit to Ukrainians. Imagine what it's like to feel this on a daily basis and then go back and communicate that to others. It's important to feel the fear. There's something very special about Kharkiv that unfortunately I only saw after the war, but it's so special. It's these beautiful parks and people are just so relaxed and chill, which makes what's happening to Kharkiv just so tragic and wrong and unjust. Nobody deserves this, but the people who live in Kharkiv most certainly do not. They have such a beautiful city and it's just getting destroyed, yet they're refusing to go away. Resilient, powerful, heartfelt people. Did you get wet? Did you get wet? No, you didn't get wet.